Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, I have another offering from Klarus. This is model XT12GT Pro. So I want to say thank you to Klarus right off the bat for sending this light out for review. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm very excited about this one. This one is really nice. I've already played with it off camera a little bit. So let's open the box up, and as you can see, it comes packaged very well. We're just gonna shake this thing a little bit and get to the contents inside the box. So here you can see it's talking about us taking the insulation film out, making sure that our battery installation is correct, and then this tells us how to change modes between the outdoor mode and the tactical mode. I'll talk about all that in this video today. So let's take that out, and as you can see, the flashlight comes with a very nice little sheath. And then right here we have a little box full of accessories, and then the last thing that we see in the box is this little card, which is basically a catalog almost, telling you some of the models that they offer. They have some really nice looking lights. And I've reviewed a few of these actually. So very nice. Now let's take a look at this box and let's see what's included here. So the first thing that we see is the user manual, and then I'll just dump out the contents. There's nothing left in that box. So we have a USB cable. So it's USB-A to USB-C. That's charging cable. And then in here we have a lanyard and a spare O-ring. So very nice that they include that. And right here, this is the battery adapter. I absolutely love the battery adapter that they include with this light. This allows you to use standard 18650s in this flashlight. And I love it because they're almost magnetic. Well, they are magnetic, because when you get the battery close, it'll suck the battery up and it holds it in there. Very cool. It's a magnet. Super cool, and it converts that 18650 to a 21700. Very, very cool. Now right here we're going to take a quick look at the user manual. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. One thing that I noticed about this is the page that we want to see here. Feel free to pause your screen if you want to read that information. And then here is a rundown of the specs of the light, so run times and stuff like that. And then right here you can start to see how to use the light, and then it goes on to this page, shows us a little bit, a lot of diagrams and stuff. Very cool. A little complicated for me, to be completely honest with you. Talks about the battery level indicator, and that's really about it for the English portion. I'm going to remove the light from the holster first because I want to take a look at this holster. Holster is very nice, very well built. It's got like a rigid kind of feel to it. It's going to do a good job protecting the light. It's a thick holster too. I like that. It's got a Velcro enclosure here. Got a plastic D-ring on the back there. And then you have the portion where your belt goes through. And then you also have a Velcro portion so that you can attach this to MOLLE. So you have two attachment points, well actually three. You got the belt, the MOLLE, and then the D-ring. So very nice. And then on the bottom it's open, and I think it's going to do a good job protecting the light. This is a beautiful flashlight, XT12GT Pro. This is a 1/4 thread, and I cannot recall seeing a flashlight that has that on it. This is cool because you can use this to attach the light to a standard tripod. Very cool. Right here, there's a charge port, and I've never been a fan of charging on the flashlight, but let me be brutally honest with you, they did a good job with this rubber. When you put that in, it's very easy to pack in, and it fills out of the way, so the chances of that coming out, I think, is pretty slim. I think they've done a fantastic job. And then looking at the bezel portion of the light, you can see there's this nice stainless steel looking bezel. We have a glass lens, clear reflector, and way down inside of there, you can see that SFT40 LED. This is just a wonderful built light. On the bottom end here, you can see that we have the pocket clip, and then of course we have our main switch and our mode switch. Let's go ahead and unthread the tail cap switch off, and we'll take a look at that real quick. Now, looking closely at the tail cap switch, you can see that there's dual springs there. It's a very nice build. Let's take out the insulation film, which is this little card here. The flashlight will not work if that's in the way, so we'll take that out. And we'll take a look at this standard 21700 cell. This is a beautiful battery. 15 amp discharge, and I think this is 5,000 milliamp hour. Yeah, it is right there. And then there's the positive there, and then the negative. So it's a very standard battery. I like that they're using standard batteries. They're not using any proprietary batteries or anything like that. Now, looking inside the battery tube, you can see that there's a spring down there. So it's very nice. We'll go ahead and insert the battery, putting the positive towards the head of the light. And right here, there is an O-ring. That O-ring is what gives this light the IPX8 waterproof rating. So as the tail cap switch threads over, it smashes that O-ring, creating that IPX8 rating. Now, this light is very simple to operate. When you push the main switch, you can do a momentary where you just kind of hold it down, or you can click it and turn it on, and the light comes on to the brightest level. This is turbo. This is 1600 lumens. That'll last 2 hours and 45 minutes. It puts out 160,000 candela, and it puts out 850 meters of throw. Now, if you push the mode switch, you'll cycle down. So you go down to high of 500 lumens for 6 hours of runtime, 40,000 candela, 400 meters of throw. Push it again, we're going to go down to medium. This is 100 lumens for 27 hours. That's 1¼ days, 9,233 candela. And on this setting, you get 192 meters of throw. Push it again, we're going to go down to low. This is 10 lumens, and that's a lot of light, as you can see. This gives you 288 hours of runtime. Folks, that is 12 days of runtime on this setting. That's fantastic, and that's a lot of light. You get 1,058 on the candela, and even on this lowest setting, you still produce 65 meters of throw. We just talked about everything that the main switch does. And now let's talk about what happens if we hit the mode switch. Well, if we hit the mode switch, we're going to go to a momentary strobe, and then if we hold it for a second or two, it's going to turn the strobe to a constant strobe. So let's show that. Now you see, if I let up right now and I do it briefly, it just throws the strobe for a second until I let up. But if I hold it for a couple seconds and then let up, you can see that the strobe stays locked on. So it's very cool. Push the main switch, it takes us to turbo, and then push the main switch again, and it turns the light off. So it's a very cool function. Now, this light is impact resistant down to 1 meter. It's IPX8 waterproof down to 2 meters. And what I'm really excited about this light mostly is the working voltage of this flashlight. It'll go from 2.5 volt DC all the way up to 8.4 volts DC, which is super cool. The reason that's so cool is because this light's very versatile. You can use the 21700 battery, you can use the included adapter, and use the 18650. We'll pop that in real quick, show you what that looks like. You can use dual CR123s, dual RCR123s, dual 16340s, dual 18350s in this light. So it's got lots of battery options for this light to keep it going. I just absolutely love that. The versatility of it is just fantastic. Now the dimensions of the light, we're going to talk about the head diameter. This is 45.2 millimeters. The body is 27.5 millimeters, and the length of the light is 171.2 millimeters. This flashlight weighs 171 grams, and that's without the battery. Now, if we take a look right here, you'll see a power level indicator. As you can see right now, it's showing green. That means that our battery is between 70% and 100%. So let me turn it off and turn it back on. Green. Now if it's turning orange, we're between 30 and 70%. And then if you see it red, we're less than 30%. And then if it's flashing red, we're less than 10%. The function here of the main switch and the mode switch, this light, because the mode switch goes to strobe, tells us that the light is in tactical mode. You can change the light to what they call outdoor mode, and it's very simple to do that. So what you'll do is you'll hold the mode switch, and then you'll watch this indicator. You're looking for red, green, red, green. When you see red, green here, you'll continue to hold this mode switch and press the main switch. So let me show that. We're going to push and hold. We're waiting for red, green right here. See that? Red, green. Now we push the main switch, and we've just reprogrammed this light to operate in outdoor mode. This is super cool because now this main switch does the same thing. It goes to turbo. You can see that it steps down when I use the mode switch, but the bigger difference is what the mode switch does. When we half press, we go to low, which is momentary, or if we push and hold, it'll lock in low. And then once the light is on, you can climb up. There's medium, there's high, there's turbo, back to low. And then you can turn the light off. Now this light also has a hidden SOS function that can be found when you're in the outdoor setting. To do that, we're going to turn the main switch on, and then we're going to hold the mode switch down for 3 seconds, and it'll enter SOS. There we go. Now the light is in SOS mode, and again, that can only be accessed from the outdoor portion of the light. SOS, it does it automatically. Push that mode button, and then again we're going to cycle down and then turn the light off. So if we want to go back to tactical mode, we're just going to hold the mode button down until we see red, green. It's a few seconds. There it is. Push the main switch, and now we are back to tactical operation where we get turbo and strobe. So let's get turbo or strobe. So the operation of the light is extremely simple. So now we're going to take a look. We'll turn the light on and we'll come down to a lower setting. We'll come down to low, and we're going to drop it into this water. We're going to test the IPX8 waterproof rating. And I'm just going to keep the light underwater, and I'm going to cycle through the modes while it's underwater. So we're on low there. There's turbo, there's high, there's medium, and then there's low. Turn the light off, and let's hit the mode switch and see the strobe here. So strobe warning. That is very good. And as you can see, this light clearly passes the IPX8 waterproof testing with flying colors. Okay, we're out in the shop. We're going to use the main switch. We are in tactical mode. So we're going to start by turning the light on, and as you can see, it goes straight to turbo. This is 1600 lumens for 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's a very nice concentrated hot spot in the middle, lots of spill and a floody outside. So again, we get 850 meters of throw out of this turbo setting. Push the mode switch, we go down to high. This is 500 lumens for 6 hours, 400 meters of throw. Go down to medium, this is 100 lumens, 27 hours, so that's 1.25 days, and it puts out 192 meters of throw. Now here we are on the lowest setting. This is low of 10 lumens. This lasts 288 hours. That's a lot of time to run this amount of light. That's 12 days of runtime, and you still get 65 meters of throw out of this light. Single press again, puts us back to turbo. Push the main switch, turns the light off. Now strobe warning. Here is your 1600 lumen strobe. And as you can see, the frequency changes. It's a very disorienting strobe. Turn the main switch and we come back to turbo. Let's go ahead and change this light over to outdoor mode, and then I'll show you that 100 lumen SOS mode. So stand by. So now we're in the outdoor mode, and the main switch does the same thing as before. It starts at turbo and goes down. And if we turn it off, and now if we push the mode switch, we'll see that it'll go to low, and then we can go up. So very cool. Now, if we turn the light on and we use the main switch to do that, now we hold the mode switch down for a few seconds, we will enter SOS. This is 100 lumens SOS. And again, it can only be reached from the outdoor portion of the light. Does not specify the distance of throw or the runtime for this setting. Push the main switch and we are back to turbo. So hopefully you enjoyed those night shots. This is a wonderful light. My final thoughts of this light is it is fantastic. I love the fact that it has so many options that you can use for the batteries. Like I showed, I have the 18650 in here right now, and it gives you the same brightness levels, but the run times are different. I love the fact that you have the tactical mode and the outdoor mode, and that you can switch between them. USB-C on the flashlight is not my favorite thing, but they've done it right here. So when you plug the cable in, it'll turn red when charging and green when charging is complete. They did a good job. I like the 1/4-20 here so that you can install this on a tripod. This light will not tail stand. Now there's other Klarus flashlights that I've reviewed in the past where the USB charging port is an output port as well, and you could use this to charge your phone. But I do not think that this light has that option. But it's a wonderful light. The price point is good. I love this light. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you're interested, check the description box down below. I'll put links to where you can find this, and feel free to comment down below, like this video, share this video, and until next time, again, folks, thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.